Welcome back to Wheel Relevant. When the Yamaha AG 175 for 2026 represents a rare return to Yamaha's legacy of creating machines that can endure brutal terrain, unpredictable weather, and long workdays without breaking a sweat. It's a bike built for those who see riding as part of their daily grind rather than a weekend luxury. The AG 175 is less about posing and more about performing, and Yamaha has tuned every nut, bolt, and contour to serve that purpose. When you first approach the bike, its presence tells you that it's made to work. The stance is upright, the frame looks sturdy, the suspension has visible travel, and the design conveys confidence without screaming for attention. It's a machine that feels like it's been carved out of utility and tempered with practicality. In many ways, this bike is a mechanical handshake between man and machine, designed for those who value durability above all else. Once you swing a leg over, the seating position immediately feels natural. You sit upright, with a commanding view of the terrain ahead. The seat is long, flat, and supportive enough for long days of riding, and it allows easy movement forward and backward when climbing or descending slopes. The handlebars are broad, positioned for leverage and comfort, and the controls are chunky and intuitive. Everything is built for function, from the levers that can handle mud-covered gloves to the foot pegs that offer solid grip even when caked with dust. The AG 175's ergonomics are pure practicality wrapped in Yamaha's decades of engineering wisdom. The heart of the AG 175 is a single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine displacing roughly 175 cc. It's a workhorse motor that prioritizes torque and reliability over sheer power. Yamaha's engineers have tuned it for a low and mid-range grunt, meaning it can pull through heavy mud, carry cargo, or climb gradients without bogging down. The power delivery is smooth, forgiving, and consistent, perfect for riders who may spend as much time crawling at low speed as they do cruising between fields or villages. The 5-speed gearbox has short ratios that let you harness that torque effectively, especially in the first 3 gears, which are tuned for traction and control rather than outright speed. You won't win drag races on the AG 175, but you'll conquer terrain that leaves sport bikes stranded. The chassis feels strong, and you can sense Yamaha's intent in its geometry. The steel frame is built to take punishment: thick welds, reinforced mounting points, and ample protection around vulnerable areas. The suspension system complements the frame perfectly. Telescopic forks up front and twin shocks at the rear, each tuned for compliance and durability. It's not plush in the luxury sense, but it's comfortable in a practical one. The ride feels planted and predictable. Over gravel roads, rocky paths, or farm ruts, the suspension soaks up punishment without rattling the rider. Even when you're carrying extra load on the rear rack, the balance doesn't go haywire. The bike feels composed, steady, and trustworthy. Braking is adequate and reliable. Depending on the market variant, Yamaha might stick to drum brakes or introduce a front disc. Either way, braking performance emphasizes consistency and protection from dirt rather than raw power. The wheels are spoked, a deliberate choice to improve shock absorption and make repairs easier in remote areas. Wrapped in semi-knobby tires, they provide decent traction on loose surfaces while maintaining stability on tarmac. The tires and suspension together create a ride that's confidence-inspiring, especially for new riders or those working in unpredictable environments. Fuel efficiency is another major plus. The AG 175's air-cooled engine is designed to sip fuel rather than gulp it, expected to deliver excellent mileage even under moderate load. With a fuel tank capacity likely between 8 and 12 liters, you can expect long operating hours before refueling becomes a concern. This is essential for anyone using the bike for daily work or in regions where petrol stations are few and far between. Yamaha has designed this motorcycle to go the distance, literally and figuratively. When it comes to utility, the AG 175 shines brightest. The front and rear racks are built to handle serious weight, from crates and tools to farm supplies. There are multiple tie-down points, making it easy to secure loads of different shapes and sizes. The frame has mounting provisions for additional accessories such as panniers, toolboxes, or even sprayers. It's this kind of modular practicality that makes the AG 175 a true tool of trade rather than just a commuter bike. You could easily imagine it being used on farms, in forest patrols, or by adventurers who need a simple, reliable machine that won't leave them stranded in the middle of nowhere. The design isn't flashy, but it's purposeful. The high-mounted front fender keeps mud away from the engine and radiator, while the exposed frame lines convey toughness. The lighting setup uses LED or halogen bulbs and rugged housings to withstand vibration and dust. Even small touches, like the rubber gaiters on the fork or the sealed electrical connectors, show Yamaha's commitment to durability. Every visual detail communicates readiness for rough life. You won't find chrome flourishes or oversized graphics here. Just clean, minimal lines that reflect a sense of function-driven style. Performance-wise, the AG175 may not sound exciting on paper with modest horsepower, but once you're riding, you realize it's more about control than speed. It climbs effortlessly, holds steady on loose terrain, and feels reassuringly tough under pressure. The combination of lightweight, strong torque, and forgiving suspension creates a sense of confidence that encourages exploration. It's the kind of bike that makes difficult paths seem approachable. Even at slower speeds, it feels stable and predictable, which is exactly what you want when carrying cargo or working through rough ground. The expected price tag is projected to land somewhere between $3,000 and $4,500 depending on the market and variant. For regions like South Asia or Africa, local prices could fluctuate due to taxes and assembly differences, but Yamaha's strategy appears clear: keep it affordable, durable, and simple. It's not a luxury bike, it's an investment in dependability. The cost of ownership will likely remain low thanks to easily available parts, straightforward servicing, and Yamaha's global service network. What makes the 2026 Yamaha AG175 stand out is its philosophy. It isn't pretending to be an adventure tourer or a race bike. It's a machine built for real-world conditions, a blend of rugged durability, manageable performance, and thoughtful design. Its simplicity is its strength. Riders who value practicality over flash, who prefer a partner that gets the job done without constant pampering, will find a lot to love here. It's a bike that invites you to work, explore, and rely on it day after day, season after season. The AG175 doesn't just carry your load, it earns your trust.